Welcome to my home. Welcome to my simple way of living. And welcome to my life. This is Tessie, and this is Homestead Tessie Country Living. Hi everybody, and welcome to Sunday's video. And this is Heart to Heart with Tessie. I hope that you enjoy this video and the thoughts that I have to share with all of you. You know, a couple weeks ago I made some life changes. I honestly thought I would lose out on some things. I thought not seeing what's going on in the world, and I thought maybe I would lose touch with people. But you know what? Something miraculously happened. And maybe some people would think that's an exaggeration. Something miraculous happened, but to me, it was miraculous. I never dreamed how life could change so quickly, so fast. I never dreamed what I could become if only I made that choice. I allowed the outside world to dictate, my importance. I allowed the outside world to determine my self-value. I allowed the outside world to say who I became or who I am. I allowed all of that. I allowed naysaying, and I allowed all of that into my life. And it took a hold of my life, and it was like a root that was planted so deep that I realized almost before it was too late. Maybe you would think it's all dramatic. You would think that, oh, Tessie, you're dramatizing your life again. To me, it was dramatic because the changes that I have made in my life are between night and day. And what could those changes, how could I ever known what those changes would become? I think there was a very vulnerable time in my life when I lost my parents. I think I wasn't as sharp as what I should have been. I wasn't as strong as I should have been. I think that I allowed so much things to happen in my life. I allowed people to kick me when I was down, so to speak, but I allowed that. And my life is just, I just wish you were with me 24/7 and would be able to see the difference. Even on video, people have noticed such a big difference in my life, and it is. I think when you suffer from loss and grief, I think it can change you in so many ways, and I think you can become really caught up in that. I think that you go back and think about all the mistakes you've made, and I think that you become so sad that it's really hard to dig yourself out of that. All the emotions of anger and sadness, resentment, all of these feelings and emotions come up, and that's normal, and that's what life is like. But for me, I took it a step further, and I really double thought everything I did. I had to double think it. I double thought everything in my life. Nothing was sure to me anymore. And when my parents passed away, especially when my dad passed away so suddenly, it was like my foundation was shook. And then I became to the point where I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I should be. And every time somebody told me, you should be this way, or you should be that way, you should do this and do that, I suddenly started thinking, should I do this and should I do that? And it was like my mind was in confusion. It's not anymore. I think, when I had that situation in my life where the anxiety started coming back in, I hated anxiety so much that I vowed never to allow that in my life again. And while it likes to creep up once in a while, I really have made a difference because I focused on so much thinking that removing things from your life would make your life more obsolete, my life has become much better. My life has become transformed. It's the only word I can say. To think, if I only would have done it so long ago, but you know, we learn by our mistakes, and my home shows it, my gardens show it, my face shows it. It's just such a relief to take those burdens off and to just live the life that you imagined, you know? Tasha Tudor had this statement, live life that you imagine. And this is the life that I imagine. It is the everyday life that I have imagined. And I got to the point where I got so caught up with the internet that I was losing out on real life. I was losing out on everything. I was so involved in what people were doing and saying and how they were feeling that I stopped living my own life. I know that through it all, my channel was hurt by it. But you know what? There's a reason for everything, and we learn and grow from everything, and life has just been a little bit sweeter. This part of life is recognizing things. Recognizing when you're going the wrong path. Recognizing when the direction you're going is not the direction you want it to be. And also admitting your failures and admitting your mistakes in life, because if you admit your failures, people can see that and they can say, you know what? Yeah, I have that issue too, or I learned from that as well. You know, I love springtime because springtime actually is new birth, new beginnings, and every spring you can start anew. Just little things that don't really cost much money, but it's making a difference. So hubby has been edging around everything, and then we're gonna do some mulching to keep the weeds down. We've been cleaning up the chicken house, fixing it up, and just living life again, living life. You know, I know this world is hard. I know there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of scariness in the world that we're living in. But if you make your own home a haven of rest, you can make a big difference. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to think on positive things when everything seems negative. But I almost realized too late that I need to focus on my life and focus on what I'm doing in life and try to make the best of my life and not worry about what other people's lives are, or not worry about what you hear in the news. I don't watch the news. Now, I do believe in staying informed. You know, we can't live with our heads buried in the sand, but for me, it caused so much anxiety. And in turn, it produced so much anxiety that I had troubles at night sleeping, and it really affected my health. I just wasn't willing to let myself get a stroke over it. So when I made the change, I decided to really watch what I watch. So I decided to look at my subscriptions and to see, you know, what am I subscribed to? And while I kept 90% of them, there was a few of them I got rid of because it became more like prepping doomsday stuff, and I can't feed that in my soul. I just can't feed it. It's just something that I can't do anymore. And I don't miss it one bit. I don't miss it one bit at all. A few of you noticed a change in my appearance. And yes, I've lost some weight. I've lost quite a bit of weight. Now, there's still maybe 1 or 2 videos out there that were before I lost this weight, before these last 30 days. And so there's gonna be a couple of them maybe mixed in there, but I lost weight simply because I lost the baggage. I lost the baggage. And the baggage was just, I don't know. I look back on it and I think, what was the baggage? The baggage just was not trying to be someone I wasn't, but trying to be perfect and trying to do all the right things, trying to get people to like me. And I've always talked about this, and it's something that, you know, I work with, but just whenever somebody didn't like me or they said something mean on my comment, I took it to heart. And I know that's childish and silly. I understand it. At 51 years old, you shouldn't do that. But yet, if I don't take things to heart, then I lose me. And that's who I am. I'm very empathic, but I've learned through it that those same people, no matter what you do, they would say something mean to you or about you. It's just not about you, it's about them. And so I think I just decided with my channel to step back and realize, okay, you know, what do you really want? Do you want prestige? Is that what you want? Or do you want to just be known as a simple girl in this big world who wants to make a difference? I was never popular in high school. And I don't think I ever wanted to be popular in high school, but okay, I'll admit it. I did want the pretty girls to like me. You know, we all had them in school. You know, the pretty girls, the girls that got a lot of attention, and they were the ones that were in the leaders of the little groups. I don't think I really wanted to be one of them. I don't know. I think I just wanted to be somebody that people liked. And so then I kind of formed my own group. And I tell you stories of that all the time, how we were the misfits. You know, the misfit toys. And we produced our own group. And, you know, they say that when you're 5 years old, you develop your personality, and you pretty much don't change that. And it's kind of true, because I am the same girl I was even at 5 years old, even though I did mature a little bit, I think. Oh, I hope I a little bit matured. But, you know, I just think that life is just such a journey, and you know, we just do the best we can. And I've always said that to you guys. I've always been the one to say, hey, listen, I made mistakes in life. I'm just trying to do the best I can. And I really am enjoying my channel. I've always enjoyed my channel. My channel has been a lifesaver for me. But I'm really enjoying it on a deeper level right now, because I'm enjoying filming. I'm learning and I'm trying new things with filming. I'm enjoying just the slow pace of it all, and just the real simpleness of it all. And I just really like it. I just really am having fun, and it shows. And I think I want to say a special thank you to all of you who stuck by me. You know, you stuck by me, and even though you saw me making maybe some decisions in my life, and you saw me becoming more and more stressed, and you saw me becoming more and more of a people pleaser, maybe, I don't know. I would love to talk to you guys that are looking in from the outside, but you were there for me. You didn't leave me. You didn't forsake me. You didn't lose faith in me. And I really want to thank you guys for that, because I noticed it. I've noticed it. And to know that you have people that are there for you no matter what happens means everything. I understand with YouTube, you know, people will come and go. People will always come and go. You will have people that love you and love your channel, and then in a matter of a week or 2 weeks or a month or a year, they don't like you anymore, or they'll say something mean all of a sudden to you, or they're gone. I totally understand that. You know, in the beginning, I thought everybody is just friends for life. You gotta understand, I've been married since I'm 17 years old. I never got out in the world. And so I just thought everything was what I knew. And it's not what I knew. I grew up very conservative. My community is very conservative. I grew up in a background where there just wasn't high drama. And, you know, I realized that people don't always stay, and I'm thankful for the people that come, and when they do come, that they're blessed by me in my life. But I do want to give this moment and say thank you to those of you who have been on my channel some 5 years. There are some of you that comment me regularly 5 years. And I want to thank you for that, because that's great encouragement. That's to know that through anything and everything that you're there. And I want to encourage the new people. Thank you. Every view for me is life-changing because it helps me in ways that are financial. And it helps me. And I don't do this for the financial part of it. If I did, I would have stopped long ago. Because there are moments in YouTube where you barely make a penny. All the time and all the effort. I don't do it for financial reasons. I do it to share my life with all of you. But yet, the financial part of it, many months, has been a real blessing in my life. And thank you guys for that. Well, this got a little bit long-winded, like usual, because I love to talk. That's one thing about me. People who have met me that learned about me through YouTube and they've come and met me, they say, Tessie, you're Tessie. And, you know, I am Tessie. And some of you have may noticed a little change. This happened a couple weeks ago. I was always Homestead Tessie, and then I became mobile home living, and then I changed it to country living. Well, I still live in a mobile home, and I don't think I'm ever gonna move. I changed it to country living because I wanted people to be more broad, and I wanted it to be more of a broadened experience for people. I didn't want new people coming on my channel thinking, oh, well, I don't live in a mobile home, so she doesn't have anything for me. I think country living explains me very well. Country living, it don't matter what you're living in, you can be in country living. It's in your heart. You can be in country living even in an apartment, or even living in Brooklyn, New York, which one of you very special subscribers live. So yeah, country living, it's in the heart, right? They say you can take the farm, how does that go? They say you can take the boy out of the farm. They say you can take the farm out of the boy, but you can never take the boy out of the farm, something like that. That's kind of like how I feel. No matter where I live, I'm always about old-fashioned living, and that's what I am. I'm country living, and I like it. And trust me, I'm not changing it. No more changes in my life. At least I hope not anyway. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.